evening, lovely people. Ndiyathemba niyaphila nonke. So this evening we are going to talk about being a single mom and raising your child. I'm going to talk about single moms. I don't want to say being a single parent and raising your child, because I don't want to talk for dads. I don't know how single dads experience child raising. Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah, there are different scenarios that we have when it comes to raising children alone. Um, yeah, you can either we need help, okay? Anyways, we all need help, but if you are in the same town, you can either be in the same town as your family, let's say your parents, and they can be able to help you. Say now maybe you live outside from home, and you're able to take your child to your mom or both your parents while you go to work. You're able to take them there during the weekend, so that you can, and they are there like to help support you. And then there's another scenario: while in the same town with your family or with your parents, you can live at home with your child. But I wouldn't advise that one, because you yourself are a child when you're at home. So for me, that wouldn't work, because I love independence. I love independence. And then there is like my scenario is me being out of town, like from home. Home is in Queenstown and I live in Bloemfontein, and I raised my son in Bloemfontein. Not easy, but we managed without a nanny. I've never had a nanny, and we managed by the grace of God. So there are those scenarios, and I just want to go deeper into why it was important for me to raise my child myself. I'm just going to raise a few points, and yeah, so let's just go to those points. So point number one for me: I did not want any child of mine that was birthed by me that will call me Sisi. I am not their sister. I am the mom, and I need my children to know that. I need my children to know that I am mom, and not my parents. I also want to teach my children the way that I want to teach them. I do not disregard how my parents taught me. They taught me very well. Look how I turned out. So I'm very grateful. Sorry. I'm very grateful. I am very thankful, to my parents for raising me the way that they did, and for everything. Like, it does not go unseen. And when I talk about my parents, it's my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my aunt. You do not dabs, guys. Do you know that is tando? So bruh. So like those people, when there are other aunts, there are other uncles that have played a role in my life. Kodwa bantu nje, like abantu bebengabazali ebomini bam know themselves. And I appreciate you. I love you. I love you still. Yes, so I want to teach my children. I want to pass on what I have learned in life, from my parents, from outside, what I've learned at school, because I was in boarding school at some point. There are many things, and no, I don't want my children to be in boarding school. I don't know, maybe if they're in high school, but not at a young age. They'll choose gay if they want to go to boarding school, but I wouldn't I don't want that. I want to raise my children myself. Yabo? Yes. With some help from other people. Takes a village. But I would like to raise my children myself. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, so the first point is that andingosisi wamntu, andingosisi wamntanam. And also, I want to teach my children what I want to teach them. Thirdly, abazali, ndingathi abazali oomakhulu nkosi yam nootamkhulu bayatefisa. But it's a beautiful thing because our children need that. They need their parents and they need their grandparents. They need to be spoiled by their grandparents. Imandi into yoba nomakhulu, guys. Uyazi uba xa ufika eplesini kamakhulu wakho ufika kukilekese nje oko. Uyayibona, imandi into yoba nomakhulu. So singabavimba abantu bethu into yovisithela umakhulu ngeholiday, novisithela umakhulu ngeweekend. Uyayibona. So singabavimbi loo nto yokwazi ixesha nomakhulu, kodwa kohluke ngumakhulu ayingomzali. Uyayibona, yonke into nje inendawo yayo, yonke into inendawo yayo bantase, kahle nje, plain and simple. The most important point when it comes to these points is that our parents will not live forever. They will not live forever. Therefore, when your parent dies and your child is a teenager, for example, or a young adult, and now suddenly they have to come and stay with you, and you don't know this child on a day-to-day basis. The child does not know you on a day-to-day basis. They're used to you visiting when you are on leave and you are buying everything while you are there for that week. You are eating out. It's McD's, it is Debonairs. It's fun and games when you are at home, when you are visiting their home, the home that they know. They can ask for Adidas, you will give. They can ask for, hey, you are the spoiler, you are the blesser when you are at home. They call you when they want something, and uzafuneka upose imali ingene umntana athenge into ayidingayo. Uba udinga isihlangu sesikolo uyafowuna, uba udinga ilokho e-matric dance okanye whatever uyafowuna. Uyayibona, wena unguloo mntu uthumelayo uprovidayo. Ngoku all of a sudden when you're going to be mum, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to take a lot of adjusting. It's going to take a lot of adjusting for both of you. Especially if, say now, you are married and you have other children that you are raising yourself, you and your husband. And now this other child, your child, comes in. So it's a very complicated dynamic which I want to avoid, because I know that I'm going to get married, I'm going to have other children, and I want all of my children to be there. I want to teach my children, I want to know my children. And many times nowadays, young people our age die and leave their children with the grandmas and with the grandfathers. You die hustling, and you maybe you thought, no, one day when I'm able to buy a house, I'll fetch my child and my child will be with me. When I reach a certain level of financial freedom or whatever, I'll be able to take my child and raise my child. And then you never get that chance, God forbid. Uyayibona, athini ke ngoku umntana azazi uba wayenomama angamaziyo ke phofu. Uyayibona bibuhlungu loo nto. So I feel that it is important. Yes, it makes a lot of things, I don't want to say difficult, it might seem difficult, but it helps. In those it helps him. I feel like it's very easy to forget that you have a child if your child is at home and you're out here working or out here studying and whatnot. Like, you are free, man. It's a spring chicken. Was a spring chicken. Not that the child is supposed to be a bondage or anything, no. But the child is your responsibility. Umzisile apha ebomini. So that child nje uthanda ungathandi is your responsibility. So I feel that for me, I chose to struggle, to succeed, to thrive with my baby next to me. And experience life and know him. Like, know him. Learn him, know him, appreciate him, and be angry at him, spank him. I'm better, guys. So yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. You can share what your thoughts are on the matter, because I know a lot of people that are married, even, that will send their children to one of the grandmas. For various reasons. I think also it's very expensive living not home. Shame, I don't want to lie. Schools at home are cheaper, transport at home is cheaper, rent at home is cheaper. If I'll tell you how much I pay, like, for my child's transport, leave alone the school fees, the transport alone, just alone, that's, yeah. When I told my mom, she's like, "Hi, makabuyi uthala makabuyi makazohlala for." I'm like, "No, mommy, he must stay here. He must stay here." And I appreciate her so much for her support. Tobeka Wolfkop, my brr. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot, my mom. Like, yo, guys, I thank God. I really thank God, and I pray that may God give my mom more life, for all the children, me, myself included, that are still depending on her. Not because we are depending on her, kodwa I pray that may we deposit into her, may us being alive be a reward for her. I'm really grateful. Let me just say that. And may you have a good night. It's not a long anything, not a long talk. We'll continue. I think tomorrow night we're going to talk about dating, actually. Dating as a single mom, with your child next to you. How do you navigate that? Yeah. So I won't go into detail now. I almost, but I appreciate you guys. May we grow together. Soon, we'll talk about health and wellness. Also, we'll talk about hair. We'll talk about a whole lot of things. Yeah.